Lord, we ask that you will send your word into our hearts. Spirit of the living God, remain our help. For we pray in Jesus' name. Please have your seat. This month we are focusing on mind shifts. And this morning we'll be looking at change. So we are not counseling ourselves to change. We are not advising or encouraging ourselves to change. We are commanding ourselves to change. In other words, it's action time. So what we are saying this morning is not just for you to look and write in your notes, it's for you to do things about them. So echo to 3 people around you and shout in their hearing, change. It's interesting to note that of what God created, only God cannot change. Everything he created, he gave room for changes. Everything he created, he gave room for changes. Even the heaven and the earth, he said it shall pass away. Do you okay? So nothing is permanent or nothing is static except God. Only God remains unchanged. Thus, when we are trying to psych God, we call him the unchanging changer. He does not change, but he changes things. Number 2, seasons do change. To let you know that there is room for changes. Many of you don't like this season now because it's a bit harsh. But some people too don't like rainy season because it spoils their schedule. It affects their schedule. Some don't like the heat, some don't like the cold. Everybody have their preferences. But he said, as long as the heart remaineth, Genesis 8:22, he said, seed time and harvest time. Is that there? Winter and summer shall not do what? Shall not cease. Seasons shall keep changing. So it tells you God make provisions for change. Number 3, even the day you live permits changes. That is why he allowed the sun to shine for a while, and after that the moon takes over. So you have day, you have night. You have day, you have night. There is always a change. And at the end of this transition, you call it another day. So you are not living in one day since you are born. There have been different days that have been coming. Days have been changing. So telling you that God permits changes. So why should I be interested in change? I should be interested in change because this is not the best version of me. So if this is good enough, there is something better, and there is still a best. Your best version is ahead of you, it's not behind you. The wise man said in chapter 10, he said, do not long for the good old days. Some of you are used to say, in those days are not the best days of your life. So when you want to talk about the best time, point like this, don't point like this. Somebody see me? Don't do like this, in those days. No, say in the days to come. In the days I'm stepping to. Do you get it? Not in those days. No, in the days to come. In the days I'm stepping to. Why? My best days are not behind me. My best days are ahead of me. Look at somebody beside you and tell the person your best days are ahead of you. So in your past, you have traveled to 3-4 countries. That's not your best. Your best days are what? They are ahead of you. What is it that you have done? Oh, you enjoyed your convocation. That your convocation is not your best yet. Your best days are still ahead of you. So that one you will see in front of your convocation picture, you'll be looking at that picture and be smiling. Drop it. There are more things to achieve, more lands to conquer. Your best is ahead of you. Tell somebody, my best is ahead of me. That person doesn't like you. Tell somebody who likes you, my best is ahead of me. Look for somebody who loves you more and say, my best is ahead of me. Hope I will enjoy you in my best too. Number 4, God has the best in stock for you. So your continuous changes will land you in his best for you. He said, my thoughts towards you, they are of good, not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. You have not yet arrived at that expected end. So to arrive at that expected end, you must keep going through processes, going through metamorphosis. Many of us, all of us, not many of us, went through that basic science and that talks about a butterfly. So the butterfly, as beautiful as it is, started as what? If you did not read to pass, answer me. It started as what? From egg to... Some people are confused. From egg to... From lava to, from pupa to. You see now? You see now? If I ask which one is caterpillar now, which one is pupa, which one is. But you say yes now. If you are sure, answer me now. A butterfly starts as, continues to. You see, what God created was a butterfly, but it didn't arrive as butterfly. What God had in mind was a butterfly, but it didn't arrive as butterfly. Now, the picture of you God has in mind is not the way you arrived. So you need to undergo continuous changes so that you can arrive in that picture. So God will not start with you from the picture he has in mind. He said he calls the end of a thing from the beginning thereof. So what he designed, he had the end in his mind, but it's going to start small. It's going to start from the beginning. So even the business you have now, that is not the end God has in mind. What's the capital base of your business? You don't even sit down to calculate it yet, because for now, it's still any money that comes. What's the capital base of your business? So if you can calculate that your capital base of your business is still 2 million, that is not the picture God has in mind. That is the egg. 2 million is egg. So if 2 million is egg, what would the lava look like? He said 10 million. What of the pupa? 100 million. Then what of the adult? That is the way you should think. If you are delivering papers in one nation of the world presently, that is egg. Are you with me? So what does a lava look like? How many nations? You are thinking. Where are the scholars here? You do seminar in one school. They call the oldest and the best. For now, that is egg. They clap for you. That is egg. They are clapping for egg. You need to undergo some changes so that you can move from that level and become what? A lava. And now be delivering your seminar in the whole country, different states in the world. Then you move to pupa all over Africa. Then adults all over the world. That is how to move. You must have a global mindset. Stop thinking Ibadan. Stop thinking Nigeria. You must have a global mindset. In fact, some people are not even thinking of any country again. They are thinking of Mars. They are thinking planets. So that one has gone beyond the global mind. That one has become a universal mind. You must undergo changes to arrive at the picture God has in mind. So the best God has for you is there, but you must undergo changes. You were not delivered ready-made. There is room for improvement. Tap somebody beside you. You are not delivered ready-made. There is room for improvement. So you must undergo change. But for this morning, the first emphasis God is telling us to changing is to change from being afraid to become daring. Change from being afraid. Stop. Joseph was born unto Jacob. Jacob said to Laban, he said, it's time for me to go back home. To go back home. Which home? He ran away from. Being scared that his brother was going to kill him. He was not ready to go back there. He was going to stop being afraid. That is a change you need to do in your life. There are things you've been afraid of. It's time to change from them and dare your fears. Some of you are afraid to do business. You are afraid to do business. I don't blame some of us for our fear, because oftentimes fears is born out of personal experiences or experiences of people that are close to you. The fear of Jacob was a product of his experience in his father's house. What has happened between him and his elder brother? And he was afraid. So some people are not ready to try business because you have tried business before and ran into debt. And then business is not made for me. I'm not made for business. It's a lie. Tell somebody beside you, it's a lie. it's time you change and you dare your fears. Some had broken relationships and they are not interested in relationships again. It's time to do what? To dare your fears. Yes, I know you told the first sister, she told you no. You told the second one, she told you no. You told the third one, she told you no. And you are now afraid to tell the fourth one. It's time to do what? Sisters, look for the brothers beside you. Tell them, dare the nose. Sisters, don't you love these brothers? Tell them, dare the nose. Make another proposal. You have to move away from that fear. You have to change. Some of you, you've tried to live by yourself before. I'm speaking to someone here. You have tried to live by yourself before. But you realize that you couldn't cope and you ran back home. And people are telling you, you are still staying with your parents. Say, yes, so dare your fears. Dare your fears. Some of you here, you've done money cry before. And the first time you tried it, the weather was so cold. And then as you are going at that 5 a.m., you saw something walking towards you. You didn't know what it was, but you just look like a human being. You just saw a movement and you ran back. It's time to dare your fears. Change from being afraid. Do those things that you have been afraid of. Do them. It's time to take steps. Tell yourself, I shall no longer be afraid. Some of you tried to do marathon fast. You did day 1 and day 2. It was like your mouth and your throat, everything was gummed together. And you said, lie, I will never try it again. It's time to dare your fears. Change from being afraid. Some of you wrote some exams and you didn't have palatable results. You didn't fail. You only did not get the required cutoff. Did you hear what I said? You didn't fail. You only did not get what? The required mark. You didn't fail. And you said, that kind of certification, I'm not interested. I'm looking for another one. Go back to every exams you have dropped. Go and try them again. You've got some job interviews before. You were shortlisted. And the kind of question they ask you, you were embarrassed. You yourself were asking yourself, who sent me here? Or you made a pitch for a contract. And you were asking yourself, who sent me around? And you are now afraid of approaching that particular institution again to ask for another contract. Dare your fears. Go back there and ask for another contract. Pick lessons from what has happened before and add it again. Have you gone for a visa application before? And they said no. You tried again. They said no. You tried again. They said no. Take your passport. Apply again. And do what? Do the payment. And go and stand before them again. In fact, your prayer should be, God, let me meet the particular person that was telling me no. I want that person again. So that I will come and I will tell him, do you remember my face? I will not be intimidated. 100 no, I will come back. Till the day your no say, I'm tired of giving you no. And will give me a yes. Dare your fears. I know you have made attempt before. But do what? Dare your fears. Dare your fears. Looking to somebody now, you tried to purchase a land before and you were duped. And you were looking at, in fact, the language you used was, rally. But I'm telling you this morning, as a prophet of God, dare your fears. Go and make another attempt. Go and buy again. Do you hear me? Go and buy again. Change from being afraid. Help me echo it to the person beside you. Change from being afraid. Change from procrastination. To action. Change from wishful thinking to doing. In verse 30, Jacob said to him, he said, I will start now. He said, I want to go back. And when the man was telling him no, he said, when shall I now do it if I don't do it now? If I don't go back now, when shall I go back? If I don't start providing for my own family now, when shall I start it? When? I'm not ready to procrastinate. I've stayed with you for 14 years. I'm not ready to joke it, to stay longer. I want to start now. You have deferred some things before. Some of you have wishful thinking. You can sit down like this, and imagine yourself how you started that business. You open shop 1 in Bodija. Then after 1 year, you are still seated though. 1 year has clocked. You open shop 2 in Aleshiloye. Then in 6 months later, you are in Gbagi. Then the next one, then you I'm tired of this. You went to Balogun Market. From Balogun Market, you went to Ayara Market. Then from there, you went to Onisha Market. You are just telling yourself like that, and you are seated. Then you come again tomorrow. You sit on that same spot. You start the 52K. You say, maybe I should not have started from Bodija. I started from Aleshiloye. Then you rearrange it again. Then the following day, say, no, why am I starting from Ibadan? Let me start from Balogun Market in Lagos. You keep doing that. That is wishful thinking. Change from wishful thinking to doing. Change from procrastination to action. Stop saying, I will apply tomorrow. Apply today. Why push to tomorrow what you can do today? Stop saying, I will do Bible from cover to cover next year. You have been saying that next year since 2010. That next year have not come. You are not. You already say, it's already February. It's too late to start. I will do it again next year. Who told you your year must start in January? The day you start, the year starts. Stop procrastinating. Stop pushing forward. It's time to take action. Enough of wishful thinking and telling people, you don't know me. I have ideas. So when I begin to roll the ideas, hey, Egba, roll the ideas. Don't tempt us with your ideas. You know, it's like taking, some of you do it. You take the Ludo, the dice of the Ludo. You put the 2 dice. You put it in that cup. And you'll be shaking. It will be double 6. Double 6. Just wait. Double 6. Double 6. And you keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling. If you like, say double 6 for 2 hours, it will not become double 6 on the Ludo game. Until you turn it and you throw it, then you can see if it's double 6 or it's not double 6. Stop telling us what you can do. Do it and then we see your ability. Don't tell me your ability. Show me your ability. Some of you are there. You are saying, I'm called into the word ministry. Hey, if I grab Bible like this, but it's not yet now. Maybe next year, I will join work clinic group. Maybe next year, you are still postponing. You are still postponing. Tell yourself, today I will join. Stop postponing. There are abilities inside of you. Stop talking about them. Start displaying them. Change from procrastination. So I ask you, when are you going to write that exam? When are you going to go back to school? Ask people beside you. Ask those big aunties and big uncles beside you. Ask them, when are you going back to school? When are you going back? I will go. When are you going back? When are you going back to beg your mom? You had an issue, and the 2 of you have been playing cat and dog for long. And you'll be telling yourself, one day, I will just go to the market. I will buy Ankara 6 yard, 10 pieces. Then I will buy earring. I will buy gold. I will buy silver. Then I will buy shoe. Mommy is using size 39. I will buy 2, black and blue. Then I will buy a lot of gele and put everything in one big box. Then I will go home and say, Mommy, your daughter have sinned against you. You've been saying that for long. Do it now. I don't have the money. You know, we don't need to have money. If it's groundnut you can buy, go with groundnut. And take the groundnut in front of you and send it home. Put a label. Mommy, I am sorry. Tell the boy on your street, at the house number 1, go to my mommy's house, give her this. As your mommy still wondering what the groundnut means, then you will show up. Mommy, I am sorry. Why are you procrastinating? You have cause to settle. You have reconciliation to make. Go and do it now. Why procrastinate? Stop pushing things till tomorrow. Somebody is thinking, that my cousin, he needs to hear about Jesus. But I'm going to travel home. But I'm ready to travel home. You don't need to travel home. You can pick your phone and call him and tell him about Jesus. Stop procrastinating somebody's salvation. Stop procrastinating. When are you going to preach to your neighbor? Stop procrastinating. That street church they used to stay in church. I have ideas for that street church too, but I'm not ready to release it now. Stop pushing it forward. Release it now. Today. Where is street church pastor? Evangelist, stand. And that is why you go and share that idea. Let's use the idea. Stop pushing it till tomorrow. What we are saying, when I finish serving. Who told you life starts after service here? It is a fallacy. People make you believe that life starts after service NYSC. In fact, if you go with that mindset, after NYSC, you now realize that life has not even started. You will be dazed. Look, there is a way to paint NYSC. Some of us then as if after NYSC, everything will just fall in automatically. And you finish service and you are wondering, it's like, it's better to even go back to school. Because when you're in school, you're collecting pocket money. This one now, you cannot travel back home. They said, don't come back home. You are finished, you are finished. Corpus Lodge, they ask you to leave Corpus Lodge. You cannot stay there again. They ask you not to come home. It's then you realize that you have to rent a house. Then when you pay your own first rent, and then the year passed, and you're about paying the second one, you now know, my daddy used to try. Because you'll be asking yourself, was it not just like yesterday I finished paying one? They're asking for another one. Listen, when you pay rent, you will know that 1 year is not long. And when you start paying school fees, you will realize that 3 months is too short. I was discussing with a friend one day. He said, so why did they make one term 3 months? Can't they make it like 7 months? Because I just thinking, thank God I said to do. Another time is looking at you like that. These people, they keep collecting. Some of you plan to have savings. You keep postponing. The next time I get the next 10,000, I will save. When I get the next 20,000, I will save. When I get the next one, I will save. Stop pushing your savings. Save now. If it is 5 naira you are saving, save. You said, if you save 5 naira consistently every day, after 1 year, how much do you have? How much is that? At least, if you can't do anything, you will use it to buy chicken and send it to your mommy. Mommy, Merry Christmas. What kind of attractions do I have in the house? You will buy something and you say, save. Do you get it? Save. Save. Somebody is saying, these chairs they are buying in this church and these screens they are buying. In fact, that children's church pastor used to talk about as the next major project. I want to do something new. So I'm waiting for any day anybody bless me with 50,000 now. I will just take 40 out of the 50. I will use 10 for myself. I will drop the 40. Church, go and use it. Don't wait till that 50,000. The 10,000 naira in your hand. Take 2,000. Give us 8,000. If you cannot give 8,000, you cannot give 40,000. Are you with me? If you cannot give 80,000 for church, go and use for project. You cannot give what? You cannot give 40,000. So start now. Stop postponing. Some pledge since April, May, last year. You know what I said? I said what? Last year, they pledge. And they are still postponing. Next month, I will do my pledge. Next month, I'll do my pledge. If you continue like that, next month, 2027 is still next month. Change from procrastinating. Take action now. Do like this to somebody in front of you. Do like this. Stop rolling the dice. Throw your dice. Tell that person. Stop rolling the dice. Throw your dice. Number 3, stop playing the victim card. Take charge of your life. Change from playing the victim card to take charge of your life. In verse 29, Jacob said, you know how I have labored and worked that for. How you have changed my ways. How God has blessed you because of me. But he said, enough of those ones now. Enough of complaining about what you have done to me. Enough of talking about what you have done to me. Seeing myself as a victim. I'm at the mercy of Mr. Laban. No, I'm taking charge of my life. I'm going to my father's house. I will run my life the way I want to run it. I will not allow you to run it for me. You were molested while you were young. Thank God you are still alive. That's past tense. Stop playing the victim card. Are you with me? Stop playing what? The victim card. You were not treated well as you are growing up. Stop playing the victim card. And now they call family meeting and say, why are you looking for me? Was that not the one you treated as if I was not a proper child in the house? You don't need me. You are still playing a victim card. Walk into the family meeting majestically and tell them the rejected stone has become the cornerstone. Don't say it with your mouth, but enter in that way. And when they are asking for contribution, firstborn, secondborn, thirdborn, drop your own. Let your money tell them that the rejected stone has become the cornerstone. Stop playing the victim card. My mommy never liked me. There is nothing I say to my mom that is true. If they didn't love you in the past, repay them by loving them more than they love you. Stop sitting down there and saying, nobody cares. That's been a victim. People have treated you badly before, but stop paying people back. Stop behaving like somebody that has been cheated. Hey. Stop behaving like a sister that has been jilted. That's playing the victim card. And you're waving a long face around. And any brother that turns your direction, you frown at them. I'm angry with all brothers. And you frown at them. And you are looking for a way to punish them. That's playing the victim card. As long as you keep paying the card, you remain a victim. There are some of you here, some people offended you, have not forgiven them. Somebody here, I'm hearing in my spirit, you told somebody a brother broke up with you and it pained you. And then you saw him got married. And you were even angry. The brother was bold enough to send you invitation for the wedding. And you said, let me see how they'll be happy in that marriage. I know you were bitter. I know you were hot. But stop playing the victim card. Some of you, the person that broke up with you, your ex, you cannot greet the person again. Some of you even block the number. That is still playing the victim card. You broke up with me, send a message to the person, hello, how are you doing? Have you eaten this morning? You look at the person I serve breakfast is asking me if I have eaten breakfast. Don't be, take charge of your life. Don't let people micromanage your life for you. Make up your mind. I will live my life to the fullest. When we were in secondary school, I had to use with one girl. It's not perfect if it matter. I don't think that direction. She's a big woman now. I had issues with her. We had our differences. And I made up my mind. If she's talking to that group, I'm not in that group. If she's talking in that group, I'm not in that group. So both of us are like this. But I happen to have an idea of where she lived. So I stopped passing that road. Now I have friends who are staying about 2 streets away from her. I'm up to pass that road. So I will not go and pass a longer route to get to this my friend's house. And when they are seeing me, I say, we are not passing like this. We'll go to another route. Just because. Who was I disturbing? That's playing the victim card. When you are playing the victim card, you are the victim. And you will keep suffering until you break free. The incident was in just 2, if I remember well. It was in SS1 one day. I took SS1, SS2, SS1. I took courage and I left my house. And I went straight to her house. And I knocked the door of her house. And she happened, somebody, as younger sister opened the door. And I said, I'm asking for so and so. And that one came. And she was surprised to see me. What happened? I said, I'm here to charge this matter. And I talk about it. And I made my apology. Say, there's nothing to apologize about. I just said, just clear my mind. And I went back home. Since that day, I pass that street anytime I want to pass that street. Take charge of your life. Don't let people. Number 4, change from being money driven to become purpose driven. Change from being money driven to become purpose driven. In verse 28, Laban told this man, he said, you want to go? He said, okay. How much do I owe you? Let me pay you. The man said, that's not the issue. I said, I want to go. It is time. When shall I start taking care of your whole family? It's time to go. And the man, verse 31, the Bible says, and Laban asked again. New Living Translation. He asked again, how much do you want to collect? Everything is not about money. There was a time in his life that Jacob was concerned about what he will gain. And he was held down because he was looking for a woman. So he was held down with it. So the man felt like there is something this man wants to gain. Stop being conscious of money. Be conscious of purpose. Change. And in verse 32, Jacob answered and said, okay, this is what we shall do. This is what we shall do. Jacob arranged his exits. He arranged his exit. Money, making money in the house of Laban was not his purpose. In fact, he was not meant to be there. Because God called his grandfather Abraham and said, leave your father's kindred. Do you remember the story? And said, go to a place I will show you. You are your children. I want to raise a new nation from you. But he ran back to the place God asked them to live. And he was sitting with money. He was sitting down there with benefit. They were taking care of him. Don't let people feed you till you forget your purpose. Comfort can make you forget your purpose. Don't get too comfortable early. Else, you will not run in life. You have to change from that comfortable attitude and decide that you will run. There is a purpose for you. Jacob realized that my family is not meant to be here. We are not meant to be here. Even though everything look rosy, everything look fine, we are not meant to be here. We are supposed to be in Canaan. I will pursue my purpose. There is nothing you want to give me that will tempt me again. Change from being money conscious to being purpose driven. Take decisions not because of what you will get from it. Take decisions because it's in line with your purpose. Yes, money is good. In fact, the wise man said it. He said wisdom is good, but wisdom with money is better. Nevertheless, make sure your decisions are based in line with purpose, not just money. Money will soon finish. Money will soon finish. So you don't pick a job. You might have been doing that till now, but that's what changes you need in your life so that you can become the person God wants you to be. Because the attraction to the place where God is taking you to will not be money. It is purpose. So if you are still the person that is driven by money, you will never metamorphose from being an egg to the right larva, to become a pupa, to become an adult in the purpose of God for your life. Don't pick jobs. Tell somebody beside you, don't pick jobs. I didn't hear you. Don't pick jobs based on how much they will pay. Remember purpose. A job that takes you away from your purpose in life is not your job. Within your purpose, there is money. Within your purpose, there is money. What was Laban ready to, what was he going to offer Jacob? Everything he was trying to offer Jacob. When Jacob entered his purpose, Jacob had them in surplus. When you step into your purpose, you will have in surplus everything you are sacrificing now because of purpose. So a man comes to you because he has 2 cars. The first day he went to greet you for the first time, he came in Lexus. The next day he came in RAV. The day he's coming to propose, he came in Benz. And then you do your calculation. If this man can come in 3 cars, I wonder what his house will look like. I wonder the kind of job is there. Let me just say yes, so that my life will be settled. And my mom will stop suffering in the... Number 1, you might have borrowed the car. It might be a mechanic test driving the cars. You may be a driver that they send on errand and is branching your house. Even his father's car is his car. But even if it's his car do grow old. How many of you want to buy the kind of car your parents use when you were in primary school? When you were in primary school, the kind of car how many of you are planning to buy that same car? That's the car you are looking for. So you go to market and somebody says it's vintage car. You're deceiving yourself. Anything you can see now can finish. He said, beauty is vain. Riches grow wings and they fly away. Things can change. People have had wonderful job, and after wedding, they lose the wonderful job. Several people that lost the wonderful job, and for years they couldn't get another job. If the lady had married because of the job, the lady would have filed for the divorce, pack their things and go back to her father's house. But when you sign, your decision is based on purpose. Even though the man doesn't have much change in his pockets, even though you still go to Kilimanjaro, you are the one buying food for the man. But because you know he has purpose, you know one day will come. He will not only buy you food in Kilimanjaro, he will build an eatery for you. So on that day, you can eat all the burger you want to eat. You will just call the girls. Another burger in my office. Another burger in my office. The day you are tired of burger. Change from being money driven. How do I know you are not money driven? Your decisions is based on how much. You may not tell us, but you have weighed 2-3 options, and it's based on what? Money is here more than this one. I will go for this one. Be purpose driven. Number 5, where I will be stopping. Change from making excuses. Maximize what you have. They had an agreement. These animals are my home. These animals are your home. But Laban quickly took all the animals that look like his own. He took them away. And by science, there is no way Jacob was going to get the street animals. Because all the animals he had were not speckled, they were not street. There was no way he was going to get those kind of animals. So he was going to keep on working for years. If it were some of us, we start complaining. You have cheated me. Yes, they have cheated you. Stop complaining. Your boss cheated you. Stop complaining. Maximize what you have. You are saying, our agreement is to close 4 o'clock. But now, we don't have closing time. Stop complaining. Maximize the unending closing time. After all, you have enough time to charge your phone. Free of charge. Keep charging it. Ask your neighbors. Bring more phones. I'll be in office like 10 p.m. My phone will have been charged before 4 p.m. I need more phones to charge. Bring your phones. That's maximizing it. Stop complaining. He went to action he maximized what he had. He didn't have any speak animal. He couldn't produce what he needed. But he went to the waters with what he had. He was able to think and he did something. Stop complaining. Beg somebody beside you, stop complaining. My business will have grown beyond this. So if I can just get 100,000, I need an angel investor. Maybe Pastor Thompson will be my angel investor. If you can just invest 100,000 in this business will be running. Start from where you are. Maximize what you have. You will be shocked. In the next few weeks, you will get that 100,000 you are looking for. But you are seated, you are still complaining. I don't have enough. Stop saying you don't have enough. Stop making that your excuse. I don't have enough capital. I'm just interested in some people here. It's time for many people here to get their business started. Stop saying I don't have enough capital. The capital you need is not money, it's idea. Is somebody hearing me? Your first capital is what? It's not money, it's idea. Your second capital is still not money, it's people. And these are people. Bring your idea here, we'll be your first customer. Do you hear what I'm saying? We will be your first customer. Bring your idea, bring it here. How I love somebody. The guy is a millionaire now. He sews clothes for people, yet he doesn't know how to sew. He sews clothes for people, but he doesn't know how to sew. He really for you. He's a millionaire. So you don't even need skills to start. You don't need skills. His idea. Some people are thinking, how does he do it? The guy saw one guy. The day the idea came to him, he saw one guy sewing good agbada. He loved the agbada. He could not afford it. He went to price it. Let me go and save. I like this agbada. I must buy it. Then he was trying to save. He couldn't save it. Then it occurred to him, just like the way he loves it, he doesn't have the money. Some people will have the money, but they don't know a good tailor who can sew agbada. So he went there again. He said, I just want to keep remembering that I want to save for this thing. Let me snap the picture of the agbada. He snapped the picture. Put it like this. Put it like this. Put everything on IG. And put the price. Under 1 hour, he got DM. Somebody saying he's ready to pay. Mind you, the price they called it, he has doubled it on the IG. Because his plan was I will sell and then I will buy my own. So if guys, so quickly save for the money. I've saved. In fact, I want you to sew another one. Color this, color this, color this. Do design. You alone. Which size? Just this size of me. Just this size. He finish. Posted everything again. Under hours, he kept selling. In fact, people are now making demand that I want this color. I want the embroidery to be like this. I want everything. He will take everything back to the tailor. I want another agbada. This like this, this like this. After a while, the tailor, it's mad. Okay, I don't believe they use this thing. He said, but. So they went to partnership. He kept getting orders. This guy kept producing. Now the tailor too is happy because he's selling more than he's selling before. He was putting agbada inside show glass. Nobody was buying for months. But now, he's trying to meet up. He's employing more hands, trying to meet up. Now this guy has gone beyond that. He's not only using that guy. He's now using many tailors. Agbada, senator, different one. Then he went to ladies' wear. Nothing concerning him. It's just to make money. That person, did he have money? Answer me. Did he have money? Put your head here and tell yourself. Call yourself by name. Okwe. Think. Okwe, think. Think. Stop making excuses. Hey, I'm still a student. Hostel is the best place to sell. Hostel is the best place to sell. You go to where they are selling, you find out the price. Then you bring the price, come here. And you sell at the same price. Don't you do it? You sell at the same price. And you tell people, the price here is the same price in the market. So instead of you walking to the market, in fact, you pay transport fare. Buy everything here. How can people believe in your hostel inside UI and go to Bodija to go and be buying pepper? Bring the pepper to your room. You say, if they don't buy it on time, they will buy it on time. You will tell people, I will have pepper this evening. I will have pepper to sell. How many Congos? How do they sell pepper? In fact, step up. You are educated. Don't use Congo. Don't use Abo or use scale. KG. You are educated. So if you need scale, come and meet me. It was an investment. 20% of everything is my own. I give you scale. 20% of everything is my own. Profit now. Not for 1 week or not for 2 weeks. So as long as the business exists. That's an idea. Somebody is selling commodities beside you. You can tell the person, let's package this thing and be using scale. I will supply the scale. You give me money. Portion. That's all. Tell yourself like this, think. You are in hostel, there is something every student will use every day. You know, every day, every 2 days. I know students, they like bread. Tell the people supplying bread, how much do you supply? Upon every 10 breads, you make 100 naira. It's part of it. Print it for you. Don't even print. Get piece of paper. Write it there. Bread is available in room so. Paste it in all the doors in your hostel. You'll be surprised. In 1 day, you are selling 100 bread. Yeah. You say they will change my nickname to bread seller. As long as you have money, is it a nickname? What is nickname without money? The other thing say they are calling you is not bringing you money. Let them call you the one that will bring you money. Tell somebody beside you, change. People don't like this. But I'm going to beg you. Tell again. Say what? Change. Change from making excuses. Maximize what you have. You are telling someone, if only my uncle is in government house, if only this and that. Maximize where your uncle is presently. You think he doesn't have influence? He has little influence. At least he's the vice chairman of his community association. Let him use that influence on your behalf. Talk to him. He doesn't know people. He knows his neighbor. You don't know who their neighbors are. You don't know what they can do for you. You are still asking people, do you know somebody that works in the government house? I'm trying to get this memo to the governor, this idea. Share this idea with other people. There are people here you may not know have access to great places. They are with you. So somebody asks you, what do you do? And you just say, we are managing. Stop telling people we are managing. How can you be managing? Say something good about yourself. But I'm echoing to somebody. What you have is not little. The widow came, prophet's widow came to Elisha and said, we have but a jar of oil. We have but a jar of oil. We have but a jar of oil. And the prophet said, that is enough. What you have presently is enough to get you to where you desire financially. Change from calling it little. You have much in your hand. It's left for you to multiply it. So what have I said to you this morning? What's the number one change you are emphasizing? Change from being afraid to daring your fears. Number 2. Enough of wishful thinking. Throw your dice. Step out. Do that thing. Make that application. Do that proposal. Number 3. Take charge of your life. Stop playing a victim card. We are not at the mercy of anybody. We are not at the mercy of anybody. I'm saying, I'm not doing it because my auntie doesn't want me to do it. I'm not doing it. They said I should not do it. Take charge. Take responsibility for your life. When you succeed, everybody that was fighting you before, they will come and celebrate you. In fact, they will boast to people. They say, you see that boy, who were his uncle, who were the advisor. They won't tell them the advice they gave was not the same advice you practice. They will say, he can't deny it. We are his advisor. We can't deny us. Number 4. Your decisions should not be based on money. Is it about riches? You will be rich. Somebody ask me. You will be rich. You will have money till you are tired of money. But don't pursue money and lose purpose. That's why you see rich people commit suicide. Rich people commit suicide. Don't pursue fame at the expense of purpose. Famous people commit suicide. How many people are as famous as Michael Jackson? You remember Michael Jackson? Well, how did he die? Suicide. Whitney Houston, how did she die? Suicide. They had money, they were popular, yet suicide. Purpose will keep you sane. Purpose will keep you sane. In the rough days will come. Don't let anybody deceive you. Rough days will always come. Because there will be winter, there will be summer. In the rough days, purpose will keep you sane. And number 5, what's the change you must do? Change from making excuses. Change from making excuses. Change from making excuses. I'm asking you to pick your phone or your paper, whichever thing you use to write. and write 5 excuses I will stop making. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I'm not asking you to pray. This message is not about prayer. It's about you for you to change. 5 excuses I have been making. Write them out and put in front of it, no more. Write number 2 and put in front of it, no more. Write number 3 and put in front of it, no more. Write number 5 and put in front of it, no more. Break yourself away from complaining and making excuses. There is more to you. You are more than this. God bless you.